Okay, it has been an absolute nightmare trying to get this going. Technology fighting me, dog just peed in the office. It's fine. But anyway, it is about 9-10 p.m. on Friday evening. I am doing my read-a-thon a little differently. I talked about this in the last read-a-thon video I did, but I am unable to do the version where I start at midnight and read until 11:59 p.m. I have to do the version where I start late in the evening, read as long as I can, and I'm distracted during this video because Puppy's still in here with me and being a little bit of a menace, but I love him. But do the version where I start later in the evening, read as long as I can, go to bed in the wee hours of the morning, catch a couple hours of sleep, and then continue to read when I wake up until the next evening. Try to go for 24 hours as much as I can. So it's, again, about 9-10, which means I'm probably gonna get started close to 10 p.m. I have to put little man to bed. Here he is. I have to put Puppy to bed. Thanks, Samwise. I have to put him to bed, and I want to shower and get cozy and, you know, make a fun little, stop it. No. I swear. Anyway, I want to be able to get showered and cozy for bed, or not for bed, but just get showered and cozy before I get started. So I'll probably get started a little later than intended, but close to 10 p.m. is the goal. But for this read-a-thon, what I want to do is tackle a few of my physical TBR books. So yeah, what do you think about that? Tackle a few of these. So throughout the day, I will be picking numbers and opening these up. My only concern with this, as much as I'm excited about it, is that these are, for the first thing, books that have been on my shelf for a long time that I keep not tackling, that I'm making myself tackle this year. So they're books I'm interested in, but, you know, I'm not like necessarily dying to read. So we'll see how my motivation is throughout the day. And another thing is that some of these are a little bit long. So if I, you know, pick only long books and only get a couple books done, I'm not sure just how the day's gonna go overall with that. What are you eating? Stop it, let go. This has been my entire evening. But anyway, my plan is just to get through as many as I can. In the meantime, I'm still not finished with Jade War. I think I've got maybe 100 pages at the most in that, but I've been listening to the audiobook on that. So there are gonna be stretches through the day where I'm not able to be consistently reading. I have my morning shift with him where he's up for the first couple hours with me, and then, you know, driving from place to place. Obviously I won't be able to read while I'm on the road. So in those moments I will be continuing to listen to that audiobook and chip away at that, but otherwise I will be trying to tackle these. So yeah, so that's the plan. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the first book, get little man here ready for bed, and myself showered and comfortable and ready to get started. My guess is if I start close to 10, I'll probably make it until about 2 or 3 a.m. and then, you know, sleep until about 6:30 when I have to get him up. But anyway, those are just details. I'm gonna go ahead and pick one of these. Are you very interested in what I'm doing? What number did we get? You're in my way. We got number 14. There it is. No, don't eat it. So 14 looks like a smaller, skinnier book. What was that? Let's unwrap it together. Are you so interested? I don't know how I'm ever gonna get any filming done with this dog. I did promise more Samwise content. Oh boy. Okay, I opened, I'm a little nervous about this one. Dang it. I knew this was gonna be the case too. Extremely loud and incredibly close. So, you know, super light-hearted read to begin the read-a-thon. That'll be a fun first read, nice and lighthearted. Stop trying to eat the book. Anyway, that's my first read. We'll see how it goes. I'll check in when I'm getting ready to get started, and hopefully in about 40 minutes. That's all from me. Stop it. You can see my little land shark going ham. Anyway. Okay, I'm already running a couple minutes behind. It's 10:02. Oh well. But I have my coffee and I've got an ambiance up and I've got my first book. I thought it might be fun to give a little background about why I haven't read all these books on my shelf. So for this one, when I was in college, I put together a course with my professor that was an independent study about the significance of child narrators or child protagonists in adult fictions or in more mature fiction. I was just fascinated by that concept. So this was on our reading list as we were trying to put that course together, and we ended up cutting it from the reading list as a whole. We had enough books, and it's such a heavy book. We were like, you know, we've got enough kind of serious literature going on anyway. Maybe we skip this one. So I've owned it since like 2018, 2019, and have always meant to read it because it was on our list and just have never gotten around to it. It's not too long either. Looks like it's about just over 300 pages, not too bad. So, but again, heavy subject material, so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I am freshly showered and I've got a not as strong coffee, but a coffee. Yeah, let's do this thing. See how we do. Let's begin. I haven't done this version of Read-A-Thon in a hot minute, and I'm tired. It's been a long day. Maybe grab a snack or something, refill my water, maybe pace and read. I don't know. It is comforting to know that even though I'm starting off tired, I can go back to bed in a few hours here. If I can get through this first book and then go to sleep, I think I'll be happy. I'm about 70 pages in right now, so I'm not doing too bad. It's really good so far. I thought I was gonna have a harder time getting through this one, and while it is not dense, but emotionally heavy and told in a very different style, so it's, you know, taking me a little bit longer than I usually would to read, I'm getting through it quicker than I expected to, and it is really good so far. So yeah, that's my update. Gonna go ahead and keep trucking along and see how we do. So. Almost midnight. I am super bundled up because my house is freezing right now, which either will help me feel more comfortable and more focused on reading, or it will put me right to bed. So we'll see how it turns out. I am 140-ish pages into this, so not that far. I'm getting pretty close to the halfway point. It's really good so far, but it's also, yeah, again, just it's really sad and heavy hitting, and the style, yeah, there's so much density to the emotion of this, so it's a bit heavy, but that's okay. We're gonna keep going. I hope, or my hope is that I can be finished around 2 a.m. and go to bed then, so that I can get about 4 hours of sleep, hopefully. But again, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and keep on keeping on. Here we go. About 2:30 in the morning, and I have just finished Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. I honestly don't know what to think about it. It was really good. Again, this was such a heavy and dense, intelligent read to begin with at, 10 p.m. when I'm starting tired. So I feel like I need a little more time to unpack this one, but it's done. 320 pages, check. I'm going to quickly get ready for bed, catch a few hours of some sleep, and then be back at it bright and early. I do have to get up with the puppy first thing, so I will probably spend the first couple hours of being awake with my audiobook for Jade Warm, the second book in the Greenbone saga, and then I will unwrap my next book after we put him down for his first nap for the day. So yeah, that's all. Good night. See you bright and early. Good morning. It is about 6:20. Puppy wakes up in a little under an hour, so I'm going to use this time to quickly get ready. And while I get ready, I'm going to listen to my audiobook. I surprisingly did not fall asleep immediately, even though I was exhausted, probably because I had a coffee really late, but I did eventually crash and I slept really good, so I feel a bit more rested and ready for the day. See how I feel in a few hours, but for now, let's keep trucking. 7:15, so time to go get the puppy. I got to listen to about 4 chapters or so of the audiobook, and I will continue to listen as I play with him and take care of him for the next couple hours, and then after that, my husband and I are gonna go to a coffee shop, and I'm gonna keep on going. Okay, it is 8:22 in the morning. Puppy is here to help me again. As you can see, we made some impromptu breakfast plans with my parents, so before they get here, I'm gonna go ahead and pick my next book so that as soon as we're done with breakfast, I can go ahead and keep on going. I have listened to about 40 pages in Jade War, so about 5 or 6 chapters, I think, at this point, so still making progress this morning, which is great. We'll take it. I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap my next book. I know we're very interested again. Stealing the show, my guy. Okay, let's go with this one. 1. That's exciting. What's the first book I wrapped? Let's find out. Feels little, feels like a paperback. What are we gonna read? What are we gonna read, puppy? Again, stealing the show. Yes! Okay! Oh, I was so hoping I would unwrap this one. The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. I have tried to read this once and I just was not in the right headspace for it, but I love Maggie Stiefvater. She's one of my favorites. I really wanted to get this read this year, so I'm very excited that I get to read this today. Oh, okay, I'm so thrilled. Anyway, breakfast soon. Gonna keep listening to my audiobook in the meantime, and then I'll get started on the Scorpio Races as soon as that's done. Here we go. It is about 10:30. I'm running more behind than I was planning to today, but that's okay. I am going to head to a coffee shop for a couple hours and get as much of this book read as I can. I have been listening to my audiobook in between, so I am making some progress with that. But yeah, gonna go ahead and head on over to wherever I'm going, haven't really decided yet, and get started on book 2 of the day. After 1 p.m. I'm leaving the coffee shop now to go home and change into my swimsuit. I'm gonna go hang out by the pool for, I don't know, however long. But first I'm gonna stop and pick up an energy drink because I am struggling. I'm really tired today, but making pretty good progress. I'm 140-ish pages into the Scorpio Races. I'm remembering now why I not quit before, but set it aside. It does have kind of a slower start, but it's a good slow start. It's very atmospheric, and I think at the time that I tried to read it the first time, my brain just couldn't do slow at that point. And today I'm a bit more in the headspace for it, and it's really good so far. I love Maggie Stiefvater. I love her so much. I don't think there's a single thing she's written that I've read of hers so far that I have not liked. So yeah, I'm having a good time. I don't know how far I'm gonna make it into my physical TBR shelf today. My hope was about 3 books, and I feel like maybe that will still be the case, but we'll see how long it takes me to get through this one since it's kind of already getting late in the afternoon. Anyway, gonna continue to listen to my audiobook as I drive, and yeah, keep you guys posted as I go. tired now because I had an energy drink. I am a little bit behind still. It's just a few minutes after 5 and I still have about 70-ish pages left in the Scorpio races. I'm loving it, it's awesome. But now, you know, my eyes kind of need a rest and I gotta figure out dinner and kind of rinse off from the pool. So we'll see. Kind of reconvene, finish this one up at home, open my next book, and then I think I might go to a Starbucks that's open late and hang there as long as I can. Because I've had to take so many breaks today, I'm considering going past the 10 p.m. mark, but we'll see how I feel. So yeah, anyway, just an update, hanging out still. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. Finished the Scorpio races. It was awesome. I loved it. I am taking another brief break really quickly just to make dinner, and then after that I will pick my next book, which I'm a little bit nervous about because I could either get another shorter, easily digestible read, or I can get a really long book. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen, so we'll see soon, I suppose. But I think the plan is still to head to a cafe, probably a Starbucks, because they're open later, and finish off the day there. So yeah. Last book pick of the day, Sans puppy. He is being taken care of by Dad right now. I'm a little, like I said before, concerned. It's 7:17 right now. Technically, I'm supposed to be done with this at 10, and this could go a couple of ways. Either one, I pick a shorter book and I finish close to 10 anyway, and it's fine, or I pick a longer book and I don't finish today at all. I'm still not sure if 10 is a hard cutoff for me yet. Again, I've had so many breaks throughout the day and I've had so much caffeine. I might not feel like I have to be done at 10. I might be able to like push myself to go a little bit longer, so we'll see. But I guess let's pick our last book. I genuinely am so nervous that I'm going to pick something huge. And I'm nervous because I know I have 2 Stephen King books in here, and I love Stephen King. He is one of my favorites, but it does take me longer to read Stephen King. It always has. My reading time with his books is like cut in half, and they're not short Stephen King books. So I'm kind of nervous I'm gonna pick one of those. So I don't know, we'll see. And I'm kind of, you know, forgetting half of what's on this shelf. So I guess we'll find out. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Number 2. I promise I'm not doing this on purpose. There it is, number 2. It doesn't look too big. I'm hopeful. Feels like a hardback this time. What are you? Oh, okay. I have opened This Dark Descent by Kaylin Josephson, which is a book I got from an Owl Crate subscription, which I had for like 3 months. It was a gift. But yeah, it's a very pretty book. I remember there being really beautiful art on the inside, which is fun. Exciting! Looks like I'm in for perhaps a dark fantasy romance is what I'm looking at to end the day with. Less than 400 pages, so we'll take that, but okay. I feel good about this. Again, I don't know if I'll finish it today, but I could at least get close, or maybe I'll just push through and we'll do the whole thing. So, all right. That's that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and head to Starbucks and get not a caffeinated drink, but maybe a pastry or something, and a big fat water, because I have not had enough water. Anyway, let's get started because I'm rambling now.
So cute. Good. He's just so chompy. Yay.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Hey, this. That's what we do.
I just pulled up to Starbucks. I think I spoke a little too soon because I am starting to crash now. I'm starting to feel really tired, but it's okay. Only a couple hours left really, and then I'm more or less done. I'm chuckling a little because I read the description for This Dark Descent, and it looks like it is taken out of Jewish mythology, but there is a horse racing in this one as well. So I guess it's just my day for magical horses from different cultures around the world. So it should be fun. Almost 9, 8:55 p.m. Heading home because the Starbucks is closing in 5 minutes. I have read about 60 pages in this dark descent. There's no shot I will be anywhere near finishing this book by 10, and I don't think I'm going to make it past 10 like I thought I could maybe do earlier. I am really fading fast, and I do have to be up semi-early tomorrow, and I want to make sure I have a full night of sleep before I face another day, because man, today was great, but a little bit rough also. So gonna go home and just read as much as I can until 10, and then do a little wrap up, tally up the number of books I read, give a few of my thoughts, and then call it good for this one. So yeah. Someone wants me to go to bed and not read anymore. Oh, never mind. He's giving me permission. Okay, it is just a few minutes after 10, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I read 101 pages, that much, of this dark descent. It's not too bad so far. Maybe not my favorite thing ever, but it's, you know, it's interesting enough. It was kind of a funky reading day, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of like I did with the last Read-A-Thon. I am going to do a more cohesive wrap-up probably tomorrow. But for now, yeah, it was a pretty successful day. A lot more breaks taken than I would have liked, but that's just the way the day kind of ended up going, which is fine. I finished 2 books in their entirety, and I listened to about 10 chapters of my audiobook, and I've read 100 pages of this new book, so all in all, pretty successful day. Yeah, until then, we'll do wrap up soon. I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night. Okay, it is the day after my read-a-thon. I have just finished calculating all my totals for the day. Not very impressed with the number this time, but that's all right. So between 10 p.m. on Friday night to 10 p.m. last night, Saturday night, I tackled Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer. I keep forgetting his name. I also tackled The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. I read, or listened to, a little bit of Jade War by Fonda Lee, which I've already been working on for the last couple weeks. And then I began This Dark Descent by Kaylin Josephson. So, it looks impressive, doesn't it? These 4 books. But total, between the 2 that I actually finished and the 2 that I just chipped away at, I read 899 pages yesterday, which is still a good number, but considering the fact that it was almost 24 hours, and, you know, that the last time I did this, it was nearly, 1,200 pages that I got to? Yeah, I feel like I'm slacking. Realistically, I wish I could have gotten 1 more book finished yesterday, but it is what it is. We are in this space of life right now where even though we try so hard to protect our free time and do everything we can to ensure that we don't have interruptions in our day, it kind of just happens. It's just how our schedule works out. So we did our best with the time that we had yesterday. By we, I mean me. I did my best with the time that I had yesterday. Yeah, you know, the interruptions were fine. They were welcome interruptions. They were things that were just part of daily life. You know, it happens, but it does chip away at the time. So, oh well, that's fine. I didn't feel as motivated yesterday. I think because usually I have a set theme of things that I do. I have a series I'm trying to tackle, or I've kind of picked out my books ahead of time, where this time it was kind of a surprise every time, which was fun, and I really enjoyed doing that, and I did need to chip away at that physical TBR shelf. However, kind of not having that motivation of I don't know what comes next and being a little intimidated by what I might unwrap, I think that played a little bit into my motivation as well. And I was just tired. It's been such an exhausting week, and I definitely am behind on sleep, and so it took me longer to read these few 100 pages than it usually would. So yeah, it was a bit of a funky day, but that's okay. We still read almost 900 pages. I finished 2 books and I chipped away at 2 more, so I will count that as a success. I don't know when I'm going to do this again. I said I would do one every quarter or so the next one maybe August. I feel like I need to give myself a few months. I feel like I need a good long break, because the last time I did this was near the end of March, so really it's only been a couple months since I've done a read-a-thon, so I was a little burnt out on this already. So yeah, I'll give myself a few months this next time and maybe try to pick a more cohesive theme. And I used to do this with a dear friend of mine, and I was a lot more motivated when I had a buddy, so maybe I'll try to bring in a buddy again next time. I don't know, we'll see. Just reflecting on how yesterday went and how I'd like to approach it in the future. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you again, as always, for being being here. It is almost the end of May. We are just a few days away from June, so you can expect a writing update video for the month for me sometime in the next week or so. If you would like to follow me on other platforms, my Instagram and my Goodreads is linked below. And if you would like to see more content like this, you can also click subscribe below. Otherwise, happy reading, happy writing, and I will see you next time.